Hello, Nuggets. And let's take a look at this week's homework where we on multiplication with 2-digit by 2-digit. This first video is going to be the traditional method. So if you are hoping to see the box method, please go ahead and switch to the other video. For this one, we will be taking a look at traditional or stacking method. And with that, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, as long as your two numbers are the same amount of digits. It does not matter which one goes on top or which one goes on bottom, as long as they both have 2 digits. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to start with giving our ones place both of its terms. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 4 is 4. Once we do that, we are closing off the ones place. And in order to close off the ones place, we're going to put a 0 in that place value. And then we're going to go ahead and give both of our tens places the turn. Now, when we think of this, we're thinking 1 times 7, but it's really 10 times 7, which is why this 0 right here is super important to make sure that our numbers and our place values line up to get the correct answer. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 4 is 4. Once we have that, we are going to stack and add for our final answer, which I'm going to put over here. 7 plus 0 is 7. 4 plus 7 is 11. I carried. 4 plus 1 is 5. First one, 517. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here for our next one, starting with the ones place, giving it both of its terms. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 4 is 28, but we need to add that 3, which is going to give us 31. The ones place is finished, and we're going to show that by putting our place saving 0. If it helps you, feel free to go ahead and erase anything you've carried over because we're not going to need it this time. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 add 2 is 18. We have 5, a 1. 8 and 2 is 10, so 8 and 3 is 11. And 2,115. Now that we are on a roll, we are just going to rock and roll through these. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Close it out. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 3 is 21. We stack and add. Let me change my color. We have 6. 7 and 7 is 14, so 7 and 8 is 15. 1, 2, 3, and 2. 2,356. Over here, we're going to do 78 times 32. Again, does not matter which one you have on the top or the bottom. Our numbers won't match with the multiplication, but on the last step with the adding, it should be the same. 8 times 2 is 16. We carry. 2 times 7 is 14. Add 1 is 15. Closing out the ones place. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 7 is 21. Add 2 is 23. Add it up. 6, 9, 4, 2, 2,496. 2 more down here on this page. Go ahead and stack them up. 9 times 4 is 36. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 add 3 is 19. Close it up. 9 times 5 is 45. 5 times 4 is 20. Add 4 is 24. We have a 6. We have a 14, 4, 5, 6, and a 2, 2,646. Again, 2,646. I know that one looks a little bit goofy for how I squeezed it in. Last one, 18 and 21. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. Closing out the ones place. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 1 is 2. Add 1 is 3. This one is going to be 378. If you have questions, go ahead and bring them to class. All right, jumping into page number 2, 44 times 74. A couple of reminders. We start off by giving the ones place both of its turns. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. Add 1 is 17. We are going to close out the ones place and show that it's done by putting our 0 down. And we are also going to remember that even though it's 7 times 4, it's really 70, or 7 in the tens place times 4. That's why this 0 is really important. It makes sure that our answer is correct. So 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 4 is 28. Add 2 is 30. We have a 6. We have a 15, a 2, and a 3. 3,256 for this one. 29 and 19. Don't forget your nines tricks. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 add 8 is 26. Place saver. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 2 is 2. Stack and add. 1, 15, and 5. 551 down here. 35 and 78. 5 times 8 is 40. 8 times 3 is 24. Add 4 is 28. 0 to hold our space. 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 3 is 21. Add 3 is 24. Down here, we end up with a 0, a 13, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2. 2,730. Over here, 76 and 61. First, starting off with the 1, easy peasy. 1 and 6 is 6. 1 and 7 is 7. Space saver. 6 and 6 is 36. 6 and 7 is 42. Add 3 is 45. Add it up. We have a 6. We have a 13. We have a 6 and a 4. 4,636. 44 and 57. Last row for here. 7 and 4 is 28. 7 and 4 is still 28. Add 2 is 30. Place saver. 5 and 4 is 20. 5 and 4 is 20. Add 2 is 22. Speaking of adding, stack and add, we have an 8 and a 0 and a 5 and a 2. 2,508. Over here, last one for this page is 86 and 35. 5 times 6 is 30. 8 times 5 is 40. Add 3 is 43. Close it out. 6 and 3 is 18. 8 and 3 is 24. Add 1 is 25. We have a 0. We have an 11. We have a 10 and a 3. 3,010 or 3,010. That is the last one for this page. Questions? Go ahead and bring them with you. On to page 3. At this point, you are moving and grooving, absolute rock star behavior, but because I adore you, a couple of reminders. We're starting off with the ones place, giving it both of its turns. So 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 5 is 30. Add 5 is 35. Once we give it both of its turns, we close it out with a 0 because now we're headed over to 3 in the tens place, or 30. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 5 is 15. Add 2 is 17. We have a 4. We have a 12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 2. 2,124. All right, let's rock and roll through this page here. 7 and 4 is 28. 7 and 7 is 49. Add 2 is 51. Close it out with your 0. 4 and 5 is 20. 7 and 5 is 35. Add 2, 36, 37. We have an 8 and a 1 and a 12 and a 4. 4,218. 4,218 down here. 38 and 96. 6 and 8 is 48. 6 and 3 is 18. Add 4 is 22. Close it out. 0 in its spot. 8 and 9 is 72. 9 times 3 is going to be 27. Add 7 is 34. Add it up. We have an 8 and a 4 and a 6 and a 3. 3,648. Remember, at any point you can pause this. You can slow it down if it helps. Whatever works for you. 2 and 0 is 0. 5 and 2 is 10. Close it out. 0 and 9 is 0. 5 and 9 is 45. We end up with 4,600 for that one. Over here, 65 and 71, last row for page 3. 1 and itself stays the same. Close it out. 5 and 7 is 35. 6 times 7 is 42. Add 3 is 45. We have a 5. We have 11. We have a 6 and a 4. 4,615. Last one for this page. 2 and 3 is 6. 2 and 5 is 10. Close it out. 1 and 3 is 3. 1 and 5 is 5. We have 6, 3, 6. Questions? Bring them with you. All right, on to page 4. We are just going to walk through these. 9 and 6 is 54. 6 and 3 is 18. Add that 5 is 23. Close it out. 7 and 9, or 8 and 9 is 72. My brain's going too fast. 8 and 3 is 24. Add 7 is 31. Add it up. We have a 4 and a 5 and a 3 and a 3. 3,354 for that one. 62 and 20, we see a 0, and we know that we're going to have some nothing going on because 0 times anything is 0. We're still going to close it out and still hold its space. 2 and 2 is 4. 6 and 2 is 12. 1, 2, 4, 0, easy adding because we have zeros everywhere. Middle row, 59 and 13. 27. 15, add 2, 17. Close it out. 9 and 1 is 9. 5 and 1 is 5. Down here we have a 7. We have a 16 and a 6. 667 for this one. Or I'm sorry, 707. I forgot to add my own carry. 5, 6, 7. 767. Final answer. All right, popping over here, 18 and 46. 6 and 8 is 48. 6 and 1 is 6. Add 4 is 10. Close it out. 8 and 4 is 32. 4 and 1 is 4. Add 3 is 7. We end up with an 8, a 2, and an 8. 828 to the middle. 33 and 53. 3 and 3 is 9. 3 and 3 is 9. Doesn't change. It's a repeating fact. 0. 5 and 3 is 15. 5 and 3 is 15, but add it. 16. We have a 9. We have a 16, a 7, and a 1. 1,769. Last one for this page. 4 and 2 is 8. 2 and 7 is 14. Close it out. 4 and 4 is 16. 7 and 4 is 28. Add 1 is 29. 8, 10, 11, and 3. 3,108. Last page, loves. 44 and 24. The end is near. 4 and 4 is 16. Add 1 is 17. 0. 2 and 4 is 8. 2 and 4 is 8. Add it up. We have a 6. We have a 15, 8, 9, 10. 1,056. Over here, 34 and 72. We have an 8 and a 6. Close out that space. 7 and 4 is 28. 7 and 3 is 21. Add 2 is 23. 8. 14, 4 and 2, 2,448. Almost done, my friends. You did such a good job this week. 9 and 4 is 36. 4 and 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Close it out. 9 and 6 is 54. 6 and 2 is 12. 12, add 5, 17. Add it up, a 6 and a 5 and an 8 and a 1, 1,856. 24 and 47. 7 and 4 is 28. 7 and 4 is 14. Add 2, 16. Close it out. 4 and 4 is 16. 4 and 2 is 8. Add 1 is 9. We have an 8. 6 and 6 is 12. 9, 10, 11. 1,120. 8, 1,128. Down here, last row, 52 and 32. 2 and 2 is 4, 5 and 2 is 10. Close it out. 3 and 2 is 6, 5 and 3, 15. We have a 4 and a 6 and a 6 and a 1. 1,664. Last one for the week. 32. 7 times 8 is 56, 57, 58, 59. Close it out. 1 and 4 is 4, 1 and 7 is 7. We have a 2, a 13, 7 is 12 is 13. Uh-oh. We lost a little bit of our writing here. It's 1,332 for that one. All right, little loves, that's the end of this week. If you have questions, as always, bring them with you to class. Have a good week.